friends from Iowa, finding out what's beyond the living after death. C&R isn't just about the paranormal. It's about bringing the community together by sharing their experience, evidence, and the fun moments during a paranormal investigation, so that you, the community, can be a part of our journey. Welcome to C&R Paranormal Podcast.
Welcome back to another episode of C&R Paranormal Podcast. I'm Chris.
And I'm Ryan.
And we have Grant as our guest. So before we get started, we'd like to give our condolences to Nesper and Dan Rivera's family.
All right. So our categories we're going to talk about today, we're going to explore the Bigfoot, aliens, and Skinwalkers.
See how happy I got? So, go ahead, Ryan.
So, we'll start off with Bigfoot.
Okay.
So, what's your guys' thoughts on Bigfoot?
Christopher?
So I've been kind of looking into it this past week before I heard what we're going to be talking about tonight. I have mixed feelings. I just got to do some more research, and I think if I ever did see it, I would be more of a believer. As of right now, in the middle of believing and not believing. If I did some more research and actually see it in person, then I believe a little bit more.
Right.
How about you, Grant?
Yeah, I mean, in all honesty, I'm on the fence. Like, I've been just with the research and stuff. I think it's good to have a healthy skepticism on stuff and not just believe it. And I know at times it does seem like I believe some of the weirdest, craziest things, but a lot of my research has shown some of this, even though I haven't had any experiences with Bigfoot, but my view of Bigfoot has changed throughout the years since I first heard about Bigfoot. It's done like a complete 180 though on what I think Bigfoot is and all the different experiences that people have had and documentation now, especially with the technology today. But I think that's a double-ended sword because you want me to just go ahead and get started here?
So, like with me, I believe in Bigfoot, but what got me more to believe was when me and Chris and Cheyenne went to the Rock Island Expo last year, and these people, Denise and Ernie Pac-Man Paranormal, they had a little presentation thing, and they were talking about Bigfoot and all that, and it kind of opened my eyes a bit more about it.
Yeah. You're going to see, man, especially with the paranormal, a lot of people who research and do paranormal, whatever, you've got the gauntlet, Bigfoot, Loch Ness, also, usually when you start off with one of those categories or ghosts, stuff like that, it leads you naturally to these other avenues of weird, mystical, not sure kind of things. And I think to me, Bigfoot was like, your stereotypical, Bigfoot, this hairy ape that lives in the woods. That's what I always thought. And I'm like, he was just like an evolved ape that just, what'd you say?
Planet of the Apes.
Yeah. It was here all along. So, but basically, I thought they were like a physical creature, or like an actual evolved ape that's living in the woods and all over the place. Of course, you have your Yeti, which is your Himalayan. And then I know they call them like a swamp something down south. There's different names for them. They've been referred to as boogers before. I know like in Appalachia, the older generations, they call them boogers, and they all have their own terms. But anyways, so I kind of thought it was like a physical form, and I guess there is that aspect of it. But the more research I've done, there's a lot of paranormal experiences happen around it and with it. And also that he might not be an actual physical, like,
Yeah.
And that's what gets into like with the paranormal. You have your different kinds of ghosts, or what you have your residuals, and you have your intelligent, stuff like that. And basically, like right now, we're sharing this space with radio waves and TV waves, microwaves, and all that stuff. We can't see it because it's vibrating at a frequency. But if you turn the channel, there's a new picture, right? Just like the radio station.
Yeah.
We're tuned into this right here. They're on a different frequency, and sometimes the channels get mixed up, and you'll see things or, experience things that are just kind of out of the ordinary. But I think the more research I've done on Bigfoot was showing that there's a lot of paranormal experiences that happen beforehand. And also Native Americans, man. The Native Americans talked about them for the longest time. That we've coexisted with them. And they're sort of, they like this this frequency, if you want to say, this area, like especially up north.
an old I think they call it like an old folklore.
Yep. And like basically we live together with them, and some of them, so there's, this is what blew my mind. So I was thinking Bigfoot, the Patterson Gimlin film, where it's that, I'll show you just real quick for those who aren't familiar. That's where he's walking, where they show it's actually a female. And if you it's interesting. It really can't be debunked. People have tried to debunk it for the longest time. There's a great podcast I just started listening to about folklores and stuff like that. And they're breaking down the Patterson Gimlin film. And a lot of people are like, they have costume experts, all sorts of people on there talking about how this would be like really hard to fake. And when you think about it, that's why I think it's hard to film the Bigfoots. And when they say, oh, you can't catch a ghost or anything like that from with your cameras or anything like that. No, because they're operating on a different frequency level. You can't, if you were to take a picture of them and have that evidence, that to me would be a red flag saying that that's fake. And I know that's like a double-ended sword, but there's cloaking. You're familiar with The Predator, right? The Predator movie. I grew up with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Run, get to the chopper. That was my favorite. Predator. He can cloak himself, so you can't see him. And they're saying like they can do that too, and they bounce in and out of frequencies. So like people who have had interactions with him, they say they can they'll see them, and then like later on, they'll be in the cabin and they'll be like knocks. And they'll go out and look, and there's nothing there. And it'll be impossible for something to knock that quick and run around. And then they'll say, if it's you, knock, and it'll intelligently knock. And then there's also gifting, where you leave stuff for the Bigfoot and they're in the family. And then they'll leave gifts. And people have like little stones that they've just, did whatever with. And it's amazing, or food, stuff like that. But
like, I think what's, I lost my train of thought there. With Bigfoot, I like seeing it's like they're really good at hide and seek. And it's cool looking Bigfoot up and seeing all this stuff on Bigfoot, and you see these pictures of like these down trees and and they're in like a weird, like they're put in a weird way.
Yeah, it's not natural.
And not natural. And I think that's what also got me, because going out in the woods and stuff, seeing like some of them that are like in like a campfire, like how they set it up, like a
teepee almost.
Teepee,
yeah,
that's what I meant.
Yeah, and then it's just like even in Australia, the Himalayas, America, South America, they all have stories of these kind of beings that predate, this Western culture that has, is civilized. That's like, so, that reminds, so like in Australia, there's a show called Naked and Afraid. I don't know if the listeners are familiar with it. It's a pretty cool show where they're naked and they're put out in the middle of bush nowhere and they have to survive, and they only get like a couple tools, or they got to make tools and all this stuff. So anyways, they had one of like veterans, people who have been in the show before and whatnot, in Australia. And these two are walking along and they find it's a giant nest. It's like this giant nest, and they're like, what? And they're survivalists. So they're very familiar with all the animals and everything. And they're just like, this is weird. And they climb on it. There's no hair. There's no like animal droppings and stuff. And they're just like really weirded out by it. So they leave, and it's like later on in the day, they're out in the middle of nowhere in Australia, and they got the camera crew, obviously, like 2 or 3 cameras. And then the producers show up with people from the park wildlife area, because they couldn't kill like certain animals because they're protected, obviously. Yeah. And the camera's like pan down, and the guy comes up and he's like, don't say what you saw. He's like, don't bring it up to anybody. And they're like, what are you talking about? And he's like, that's a yowie nest. And a yowie is what Australians call a Bigfoot. And he goes, you're going to get the local Aboriginals upset. So don't talk about this. He's like, and don't go back there. And they're like, did you tell anybody? And they're like, no, so that accent went in and out. So I hope you guys get the gist that I was trying to be Australian. So they talk about like them, and they're tan color. They're not like the dark color in like North America, stuff like that, but they're tannish. But you see on how a lot of stuff that, especially nowadays, and how we have access to at our fingertips, all this information. A lot of these myths and stuff that we were told from way back, that our parents were told, that our grandparents were told, couldn't be real. But now more and more people have contact with each other, and people have these experiences, and that stuff is actually out there, that the world isn't solved, and that science actually, science doesn't really, like, they know stuff, but they don't know stuff. And they get scared, especially when it comes to paranormal research and stuff like that. That's why I see a lot of haters on it, because this gets more into your feeling and your emotions, and because your body is one of the best detectors for paranormal activity. And it almost takes that scientific out of it, where it needs to be cold and studied, when in reality it's an experience. Like you can't teach experience. You have to have that experience. So Christopher, I know you said you're on the fence about the Bigfoot and stuff like that. It's weird, because, for the longest time it was like, oh yeah, no, I don't believe in Bigfoot. And then I'm like, well, there could be a possibility, there's something out there that nobody has seen and whatnot. And then now it's like, I think
there's so much evidence of it.
Right. Well, that, and then also with, so orbs are associated with Bigfoots too. They see them in the woods, where they see orbs flying through. And there's a great podcast. They're really funny. They're also Australian. It's called Mysterious Universe. It's been on a while. And They
I
always
think I heard him.
yeah, they do crazy, like great episodes, and then sometimes they go out on a limb, like with some wacky stories with people, telling and eyewitness accounts. But anyways, one of them was about somebody they'd seen an orb. And I know this is going to sound absolutely ridiculous, but hey, I don't care. It's where the evidence takes me. The orb had a Bigfoot in it. Like when it came by, they could see like a sort of like almost like it's looking, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then it goes through the woods and then boom. And then also there's a noise that's heard, like a tin or like a metal kind of banging noise.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you're familiar with Missing 411. It's a guy, Dave Pilates, where he studies missing people and how close they are to national
I've heard of it.
Yeah. And how close it is to national parks. And these people disappear literally without a trace, with parties of people together. They're all together and then they go out. And then next thing you know, a guy is literally missing and the dog, they try to find him with the dog scent and it just stops. And then like months or years later, then they find him in like the same spot.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, it's weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
But also, so if you watch the Patterson Gimlin film, because they do now, when you look it up on the internet, they'll make it steady. So you can like watch it as like they were watching it. And I never noticed this until recently, but it's a female. It's a female. You can see the breasts, and then the way, I guess, the bottom, there was an anthropologist talking about the bottom of the feet and the way the hair, like just the studying the whole walking movement, everything. And I guess this kind of trails back to the technology thing. Back then, this was in 1967. So this film catching that is like the one legit thing, because after that, I think, it's like we got to adapt to cloak to this new technology and whatnot. And then obviously getting a kind of the old school film out there would be impossible. But now everybody's got phones, And also, I know I keep telling me to shut up when you need.
Oh, no. You're all right.
They can emit a low frequency sound that stuns. Like elephants do this. I heard of elephants, if they're charging at something, they can emit a low frequency rumble, and it'll stun you, where you're like, and like the government, they have, that's called a brown noise. It's a low frequency rumble that'll make you crap your pants. It's for real. Like, and then the Nazis did this at their when Hitler would give his talks, they would play a frequency that would make everybody feel sick. And then when he went on stage, they would turn it off. So they would go, they would feel better. Like, it's sound frequencies, all of that stuff plays into this. And I think the more you look into it, it's not just this section, this section, this section, this section. It all plays together. It's all connected.
Like, Denise from Pac-Man Paranormal, she I don't know, it was one of their lives I was listening to, and I commented and I asked what does Bigfoot like and all that, and she said, I'm going to say raspberry-filled donuts. The Bigfoot will go for raspberry-filled donuts.
She said that at a FairCon presentation last year.
Oh, did she?
I remember her saying that, yeah.
I don't remember that.
Because they brought some donuts, and that's the only ones that were gone.
Mm-hmm. Wasn't it like... Didn't she?
Are you talking about gifting? Like they were given, like that's
like
what they
I think they were trying to lure it.
Yeah.
I think lure Bigfoot or something. I don't know. And they put a thing of donuts, and either the middle of it, I can't remember, Chris, but what they said, but either the middle of it or was gone. And it was like the way they grabbed it or something. It's been a while since that, but yeah, apparently they like raspberry donuts.
Yep. There's, I guess, peanut butter is a big one. It's like, it just depends.
Hey, Tom.
Yo, it just depends on that. They're just like us.
Yeah.
Just like any being, sentient being, it has preferences and it has its dislikes and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And I think just the whole fact of acknowledgement too plays into it, because it's like, I see you, you know.
Mm-hmm. And like Bigfoot, there was something that I was either listening to or I heard that so that they can, I don't know, I can't remember what story or where I heard it, but they said they had a group of people and they had a group of people and they asked it if they could knock down trees, and apparently it was knocking down trees around them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's very common. There's interviews.
Which that would be cool to. Sorry,
no, you're good. No, that's.
Which would be cool to experience, because I think if I heard that, I think that would make me even a more believer of Bigfoot.
Yeah, there's I think it is the
or seeing it face to face.
Shoot, I don't want to see that.
I would love to see it face to face.
That's a one-way ticket to Browntown in my pants right there. If I'm face to face with Sass himself, the Squatch. No,
just high five it and then your hand right there. That'd be cool. Hey, Denise.
Yeah, so on that Missing 411, the Dave Pilates guy, his first documentary. I'm pretty sure you can find it on Amazon. They have footage from it's audio footage from these guys in the 70s who were out in the redwoods. They were like these guys. They had like a camp that they made out in the middle of the redwoods, out in the middle of nowhere, and it was just like their guy hangout. And they have audio of something hooting and hollering at them, like hardcore. Yep.
So Denise says they're interdimensional.
Yep. Beings. That's what I was talking about. The frequency, they can flip in and out of frequencies, and Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, do you want to get into the UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomenon that they call now, or the aliens?
Yeah, we can switch over that.
Not the illegal aliens, which in my opinion there's no such thing.
But the UFOs.
Yeah, aliens. You want
to? Yeah, we could talk about it. So, I believe in all three of them, but
yeah. Why? Like it's you can't have one without the other, because it all leads together. If you do research, you're like, okay, this is yep.
Oh, that's cool.
The footprints. Sorry, we'll go back to the Bigfoot for this comment. There's tons of, like, for as far as physical evidence goes, the hairs and the footprints, and then the gifting stuff is usually like the biggest stuff that they have, that they leave behind. But otherwise, like getting a picture, you know what I mean, or something like that, that's hard, because But
so with UFOs, so I believe in aliens, because we can't be the only ones in this universe. I mean, there's no way that we're the only
time. So,
what do you think, Chris?
I think they exist. I won't forget when I was growing up. My Wi-Fi's acting heads up, but when I was growing up, I used to watch Signs with my grandmother, and it would scare me that when they're in the bathroom, the hands coming through, that part has always got to me. Ever since then, I hated that movie.
So, I think with aliens, like what you said,
Hey, Nikki.
hey Nikki, what you said with science. I mean, yeah, that movie. My dad, I think, said that when I was little that there was aliens in the backyard, and I believe that's what he said. But I also learned that if you pour water on aliens, you can get rid of them. That's how I learned it.
Yeah, that's a myth.
Yeah. Instead
They
of
like
fire, it's
water.
water.
Because they're underwater. That's where they're based. That's where a lot of them are based out of. The theory. Okay, so here's some of the theories. They're not. They've been
cool
here.
to experience it all.
Yep, including the fairies too. We don't even want to start getting into that. So watch out for fairy traps.
Hey, Angie.
So, they have bases underwater. That's where they come in and out of. And like, it's like, that's the one spot that we know more about space than we do the bottom of our in there. And so some of the theories are, you have that aliens are evolved dinosaurs. They're reptilian. And then they've been here, for a long time. And also there's the ancient civilizations, because time.
If an alien starts roaring at me, I'd be freaked out.
Yeah. So like on the evolution chain, octopuses, they're technically like aliens. It's like, yeah, we're scared. We're scared to go underwater because there's something under there.
I think once we have more technology to go deeper than we could, I think they're watching us, like basically waiting for us to wake up, because we've been playing this game of let's try to make everything last forever and hold on to this and not change, and then now we're gonna reap what we sow, because whatever. Like they're waiting for humanity to die out and then start their own civilization. No, I don't think so. I don't. Maybe there might be some sects of that, like, because there's obviously, I think it's like you have your different kinds of humans, you have your different kinds of aliens. I think there's all different multi-dimensional things. And yeah, I agree. I think they do know. We know they're here, and they know we're here. And it's just a matter of, as a collective consciousness, are we going to wake up out of this? Because technically, there's enough money to close and house and feed everybody in the world, so we can explore space, inner and outer, forever, and literally live in paradise. But yet we have a scarcity and poverty mentality, and we think that if we let go, that nature's just going to take over us and kill us. So we got to dominate nature. Otherwise, but that ain't the case. We have everything we need here, and we share it with everybody, because everything is connected, like the Indians said. It's all the web of, they said there's a ancient Indian saying, it's like the universe is like a spider web in the morning with the dew on it. And each dewdrop is a reflection of the spider web. And in each one of those is another reflection and another reflection. So literally it's a part of as above, so below. The inner reflects the outer, and we're out of sync. So we're out of sync completely. So Denise Pack sent me a photo of a fairy. I don't know.
Ooh.
Reflection.
Yeah. Let's see. I'll send it to both of you.
Yeah. Because the fairies too, that goes way back also, with the tales of the tricksters and the little elves that play tricks on humanity, or not necessarily tricks, but they're mischievous, I guess, but that's another area that, when you start researching this stuff, you're like, I thought fairies.
It was, I think it, so it should be sending the,
oh, okay.
She sent a picture Denise, was that a fairy take?
Whoa.
Did you say it was a fairy taken from the fort?
See it okay?
Yes.
I thought Ryan was sending me nudes.
No, I wouldn't do that. No.
Yeah. So you guys have a good relationship. It's like they acknowledge. You know what I mean? They're not. That's yeah. They won't mess with you.
She said it was at Fort Dupfield. Oh, oops. The ferry.
Fort Dupfield. Okay.
That's in West Point, Kentucky.
Okay.
That's
yeah. That's. Have you seen the Hellier documentary by Greg and Dana? They do. They're like a paranormal. They do the paranormal museum, traveling museum or something. Greg and Dana Newkirk. That's their names. They have a documentary called Hellier on Amazon.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, it starts off in Kentucky about these people, a family who had these little goblin things, like fairy alien things that were harassing the family. And then they like messaged him about it. And then when they were like trying to do research, the family just like up and left. And then it ends up taking them on down this rabbit hole of coincidences and synchronicities. It's pretty good. It's pretty cool.
Here's another one she sent. I wish I could pull it up on here, but I don't know if it'll mess up the screen. But I'll send you guys another one she sent.
You gotta have her on the show.
Yeah, I think she's her and Ernie are on our list to have on the podcast at some point. Oh shoot.
So with like the aliens and stuff like that, I think it plays into everything and like what's going on now and how you have they've been here a while. And there's something about us that they like, from what I've read and researched, I guess, if you want to sorry to interrupt you, Grant. So I think it went through, but the photo I sent you guys, she said that's the original one. Wow.
Before she blew it up in light.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it kind of Denise, it kind of looks like that Disney character, Tinkerbell, kind of.
It almost looks like a praying mantis a little bit.
But with the aliens, did you guys ever see was it a year or a couple years ago? I think it happened in either LA or Las Vegas, where they apparently they caught
the mall?
No, with the aliens. I think it was on
the backyard.
The backyard.
They filmed it, and he had like the foot, like the guy said, yeah. That
it was on his body cam. Mm-hmm.
It was in Vegas, yeah.
I thought that was pretty neat, and I was thinking to myself when I saw that, I was like, if I were to see that in person, I'd be running. I bet that'd be cool to, experience all that. Fairies, goblins. I know it'll be cool going down there this weekend to see that Spirit Squatches and Stories, and I can't wait to tell you guys about it. But I think I have a feeling that there's going to be experiences there.
No expectations.
I tried to have Chris come down, Denise, but he couldn't.
Yeah, I have to work.
I told him, I said skip work, and he wouldn't.
You know we're live. His work could be listening to this.
I think they
that's true. What Cheryl said, the more you investigate and do things, the more you'll come upon. And that's once you know, I'm in Davenport,
Iowa.
But
mighty Mississippi.
With the aliens, I mean, I know they won't, but I think the government should release all their knowings of aliens, because, I mean, how do you know? Like,
see, nobody's got a grip on it. That's the thing. Because the more you realize nobody's in charge.
No.
There's nobody in charge. So you literally have a bunch of thieves fighting over the spoils. So there's corporations that have downed aircraft that said, we want this technology. And they said, well, we're not going to tell these people about it because, they can't know. They can't know about it. And then that's where you get into the side government, the black government that they call the side government. And that's where all the illegal drug running, the human trafficking, all of that money goes towards these companies, these corporations to duplicate this kind of technology. And they don't want people to know. But then there's some people in the government that already do know about it because it's like a bunch of thieves fighting over the spoils.
I'd love to see all the if they say what's true about the aliens. If there is in Area 51.
There is. Cool. And there's Ryan, and really they don't need to tell us. So then we're like, because they said it's true. It's true. That's where we're getting duped, is thinking that they are the end all, say all of establishments, when really we've only been around about 200 some years, this country. And it's, like I said, time plays into this, because when we think about time, when you're having fun, what happens? Time goes by fast. When you're bored, time's slow. Time, it's all about the perceiver or the person that's seeing. We don't know. Millions of years ago.
Cheryl said, "Go get some alien jerky."
Actually, so Credo Mutwa was a Zulu Nation shaman in Africa, and in order to become a shaman of that, you have to eat a gray. You have to eat part of a gray. And it's like a shaman ritual. And he said, it's like terrible ecstasy. He said, it's just anger, pain, destruction, just that core part of our brain they call the R complex, the reptilian complex, which is based off of survival. We want things to be the same, set up. We don't care about anybody else. That's called the R complex, or the reptilian complex part of your brain. A lot of those entities, that's the frequency that they're on. So it's all about taking over and control, when really you can't control.
Cheryl, have you had the jerky? I think that'd be cool to try.
Hey, James.
Hey, James.
See, I don't know if I would eat them, because I'm trying to not eat any sentient beings, but I'm okay with eating chickens and fish and turkey, but I don't think I'd eat a gray or an alien.
You wouldn't?
Nah. There's no reason to.
Not even.
We got plenty of plants and good food here. I bet. It's like veal, man.
Not even.
They look at us like veal.
Not even a taste test?
No.
Is it?
No, because the grays are just they're the worker bees so you got your hierarchy aliens. I'll break this down real quick. Worker bees are the grays with the big eyes and stuff like that. Those are actually spacesuits, because people have seen where they take it off, they look like a skinned cat underneath. Apparently that's like a spacesuit, but basically they're the worker bees. They go do the abductions and do all the stupid work. And then there's like your Nordics, you have the mantises, like insect beings kind of thing. So like with apparently a lot of the grays and the insectoids that they call them, they're obsessed with us because we have what they call souls. We have consciousness, and they don't know how to duplicate that. They're like, you guys are like containers of souls, and they don't know how to duplicate that. And this is also similar when we get into AI and this technology, when they're trying to make computers sentient. They're trying to make it be alive, and you can't do that. Consciousness cannot be computated. I will stand firm in that until the day I die, because I'm going to haunt everybody and tell you that. Anyways, sorry, I get a little passionate about this stuff.
So, I don't know. So, we border Fort Knox. A lot of weird stuff here. A lot.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's my grandparents actually lived in Cadiz, Kentucky, kind of by Fort Camp. That was by Fort Campbell, so they had a lot of military and stuff that would that would be there. But that was a little town. I always thought I would have some kind of experience there or see something, but I never did.
I know Kentucky has a lot of. I think it's limestone, and
Yeah.
I believe that has a lot of play in all of the hauntings and all the paranormal stuff.
Denise, it is on our list for next year to
Mhm.
visit you in Ernie. Shall we get on with Skinwalkers now?
Oh,
Skinwalkers. Good old
Skinwalkers. So back into the Navajo traditions and Indian and ancient traditions.
I was just gonna say Navajo.
What do you guys think about that?
I mean, with me, yeah, I believe, but at the same time,
Do you know what it is?
yeah, it's a shapeshifter thing that like shapes it with like animals. It turns in like an animal or.
A Yi Naralushi.
Well, I didn't know that.
That's Navajo for Skinwalker. It's a harmful. It's a harmful witch, or like a like it can. Yeah, it basically can disguise itself, mimic. So like it can mimic your voice. It can mimic what you look like. It can mimic humans. But yeah, dude, you don't want to mess with those.
Would you? What would you do if you heard your voice or heard something yelling? Would you either run towards it or would you run away from it? Knowing it could be a skinwalker.
Depending how fast the fecal matter would be trailing out of my butt.
That'd be cool.
It could be a trot or it could be a hustle. Away from the noise.
Away from the noise.
But he'll be able to find me because I'll leave a little trail behind.
I mean, I say I'd run towards it, but at the same time,
no, you
wouldn't. No.
I've seen you guys on investigations. A skinwalker in the middle of the woods at night, and you're going to run towards it, Ryan. I don't think so, homie. Ryan, you're filling your underwear with a Hershey factory right there, brother. Yeah. But skinwalkers, yeah, you don't want to mess with those. Like,
yeah, imagine.
Because there's in Appalachia, they say something whistles at you, or you're there and you
yes,
hear.
They run.
Yeah. If you hear them, you go. You don't respond to it. And that's another thing too. It's almost like how vampires work. A lot of this is how vampires work. You have to invite them in.
Garlic.
In order for it's a two-way street. You got to invite them in. So if you don't kind of pay attention, or yeah.
It's like herding cats.
Yeah, no thank you. But with the skinwalkers, I think that's yeah, it's such a niche area because it's a Navajo tradition, but you see the theme of shapeshifters. That's throughout everywhere.
What is it? Is Lake Mead? That's the one in Vegas, right? Or is that
Lake Mead? Yeah, Lake Mead. I think I'm pretty sure it's the one in Nevada.
I've heard there's skinwalkers there.
Oh yeah, probably anywhere.
I think it would be cool to go to Skinwalker Ranch.
That would be.
Now, I was thinking about it, and I don't know why I didn't say it on the other podcast. That should have been my dream place, Skinwalker Ranch.
Yeah, actually, that would be mine too. Or that Blind Frog Ranch. There's another one right next to it. It's basically that whole. It's that whole area. It's like that whole area for some reason has. It's it's a how do you say? The veil is very thin.
In that area,
the veil is very thin there, so stuff can. Ghost you. But yeah, man, there's stories like people talking about they're driving, out in that area in the middle of the night, and they look over and there's literally like a dude beast thing on all fours running next to the car, looking in at him.
You're
gonna run towards that?
Yeah, I mean, Skinwalker Ranch. I mean, it's been a while since I've seen the documentaries on it, but
yeah, it's still a show. I haven't watched any of the show. I watched a little bit of it in the beginning, but I'm not really doing too much TV lately.
I just want to go just to get the experience and just say I was there.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if do they allow? I wonder if they allow people.
Probably no.
Probably not.
That's privately owned, and they've got it all set up.
Unless you ask permission.
Cameras and stuff like that, because that property's been handed down because the Bigelow guy had it. Yeah. He'd be mad too because they'd be going after him next. But yeah, man, this gets
very, very tight security.
Very tight security.
I mean, I guess what's the worst thing? They could say no. So
yeah.
Worst thing.
But it'd just be like going to Area 51. Somebody would show up and be like, "What are you doing here? Get away!" But I don't think there's more than one location. You know what I mean? That location just happens to be a hot spot with all the eyes on it. So there's other locations around here, especially like with the Indian burial. Well, not necessarily burial, but like old Indian mounds and stuff. I have an awesome book. I should have brought it down. It's by Greg Little, and it's the mounds of America, of the Indians, like all of the tribes and all that they had everywhere. And there were thousands and thousands of them where they moved the earth and made earthworks so they could align with the stars and know for the crops and all of that stuff. Those are very thin veiled places too.
Oh, I didn't know it was in Utah. I didn't know.
Ranch.
Yeah.
It's like isn't it like a corner or something by?
I was just looking it up. I don't know why my brain automatically thought Arizona.
It's close though.
But isn't there one in Arizona? I don't know. I was trying to see how many. I'm sure there's a lot, but it says there's only one Skinwalker Ranch.
There's only one Skinwalker Ranch. That's the one. I think it is in Utah. It's like a corner.
It's in the Yucatan.
Yucatan.
Uintah Basin near Fort Dutch.
Utah Basin. Bellwitch Cave. That's another one.
I've been hearing that a lot. Bellwitch Cave.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what that would be like in there.
I wonder what that would be like. Diddly-loo, diddly-loo, diddly-loo. For all you old school people out there.
Oh, you're going there, Cheryl? That'd be cool to go there. I've been hearing Bellwitch Cave lately, but I have to do my research on it more. But I hear that's a pretty cool place. Oh, that's cool. So with Skin, we helped them with some of the investigate. Whoops. Sorry, Chris.
Take controls.
I keep forgetting he's the one clicking on the comments. But just like the Skinwalkers, aliens, and Bigfoot. I mean, it just amazes me how there's so much to explore.
It's there if you want it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I don't know about you guys. Would you do a camping trip?
I would. I don't know about Chris.
I know my wife would be out. She's not. She's a glamper. Is that what they call it?
Cabin.
Is that what this new generation?
In a cabin.
The new generation. What is it? Generation Alpha. Generation Dalford.
I think it's Generation
Dalford.
Yeah, Generation
Dalford.
X or I don't know. But I would go camping.
I would too. But I'm talking like go out to the middle of
nowhere.
Yep. You just don't like bugs. What does LPL mean? Laugh, please laugh.
Alfredo says, I see Chris telling ghost stories at a campfire.
Probably.
That'd be. You imagine me and Chris going camping?
When I was younger, when I was little, my grandparents had oh my God, I'm losing the word here. A camper out in this place called Woodhaven. And it was like, you could bring your campers out and it was like heavily wooded. Mm. And I was probably like 6 or 7. And they had a little campfire and my dad and my uncle were there. And my uncle went and hid in the woods. And my dad started telling stories around the campfire. And then my uncle was like, woo, woo, in the woods. And yeah. But I was 6 years old. So I got up and I fought my uncle. And I won.
Oh, that.
No, but he scared the crap out of me.
I mean, Alfredo.
I'm afraid of nothing. I ain't afraid of nothing. Oh,
Alfredo, that'd be cool to do a outdoor podcast, but I bet that. I mean, one, we can't be doing live. I mean, it'd probably be.
Yeah, you could.
Audio. Yeah, but.
What about a graveyard? I wouldn't.
Yeah.
But you should.
That'd be cool.
I'm going to pull a Zach Baggins here. I'm going to stay back, and you guys can go, and I'll just watch at home and talk, okay? You guys get the attachments.
Yes, you would. Yeah, but, like, going... That's actually not a bad idea. Doing, like, a live podcast video at graveyard or a location.
Well, you already do the
This-
location stuff. It would just be like camping.
Mhm.
That would be fun. But that'd be, you just have to.
It'd be spotty, but I mean, oh well. Oakdale Cemetery. Oh, with all the Annie Whitmire orphans and the
unmarked graves.
unmarked graves.
Think about all.
Big Spiderback.
Think about all those people that never got their story to tell. You know, it's crazy. It's absolutely wild when you think about it.
So did you hear about the guy that died?
Yeah. Well,
But I bet like with going to Annie Whitmire plus that cemetery because the orphans are there, I bet that would be an experience in itself. Because you got apparently you can hear him play his music. Big Spiderbeck play his music. You can hear children crying or laughing or whatever.
oh, I bet.
And just hearing all the stories about Annie Whitmire, even though it's now going to be a housing project, which sucks.
Yeah,
It would be.
housing people sucks.
I mean, I didn't say that.
I know what
just-
you meant. I was messing with you, Ryan. I know what you meant. No,
I
it'd be
mean-
cool if we could investigate it before they do that, man. I wouldn't want to live there though.
I mean, at a location.
It's gonna be
Yeah,
haunted.
housing. Now that would be cool to hear. People live in there, and then all of a sudden you hear these stories.
Yeah, they're
people
probably
got
gonna
these stories.
they probably will hear stuff like that. So, an orphanage on a website, right? Does an orphanage website have a homepage?
Oh god,
Too soon.
that sucks.
Get it? What instrument are you going to play, Robin?
Yeah,
He's going to play the Irish Kerry Gold Butter.
bagpipes. Bagpipes. But the
Sorry,
Ryan's
Mom.
been trying to get us there to the Annie Whitmire
Mhm.
area
I've been-
for a while.
I've been-
and there's
I've
just
been-
no luck.
I've been trying so hard. Like I was thinking about trying again, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't think so.
Who?
So I tried. So this is what I got told. So I had to go through. So I called somebody. I can't remember, but they told me to go to Parks and Rec.
Okay.
So I went to Parks and Rec, called them. The lady said,
Just keep
the lady-
asking. Just
the-
keep poking them.
the lady said, "All right, I'll patch you to a guy that owns the Junior Theater." Well, I sent him a voicemail because he didn't answer his phone, which is fine. I know people are busy.
He
But-
ghosted you.
Yeah. And I sent him the voicemail, and he actually called me back, and he goes, "I don't know why Parks and Rec sent you to me. I just watch over the Junior Theater." I'm like, okay. So he said he would send a message to Parks and Rec, or at least get me somebody to find this out. Never did. So I think I'm gonna try again, but I'm gonna.
So is there a main office, or like do they
I
have it
don't-
blacked off?
Well, now I think they actually sold it to the people that the housing developer or whatever they're doing.
Okay.
I think because I think they said 2025 was, I think, when the guy was selling it.
Yeah, we should just keep downtown Moline Public Life not to contact him again.
Cheryl, you know what?
I don't mean to laugh, Cheryl. I'm sorry.
Cheryl, you know what? I think I should try that method. I'm sure that'll probably happen, but I think I should try that method. Just keep going until.
Try slapping a restraining order on a ghost.
But although I did get told, so it'll be 6 months in October. Someone did say to me from downtown Davenport office or wherever, did tell me about the LeClaire house to wait 6 months, which it'll be in October. So in October, I'm going to try again, and hopefully we can get in there. But we couldn't get in there because they had plumbing issues, and they didn't want people going to the bathroom in the house without plumbing. So, and they had a whole bunch of lists and stuff. So I'm gonna try that again at least, which I think my family was telling me you gotta try the LeClaire house. That'd be cool. And so, I mean, even to investigate that place, that'd be nice.
Be great. Well, I want to thank you guys for having me.
You're very welcome.
Thanks,
This is my second time.
Anytime if we want you to come on, you're more than welcome.
Wait a minute. You were about to say something else. You were about to say, anytime we don't have anything to talk about, we're just going to bring you on.
I wasn't going to say that. I was just going to say well,
you know what?
I guess. But anytime, you're more than welcome.
This is going to be me walking away from your podcast.
God, if you look like that, I
definitely have the breasts of a Bigfoot.
Bigfoot. Never mind.
This is a family show, Ryan.
Hey.
Again, though, thank you very much for having me, guys. This is awesome.
You're very welcome.
I would love to come back and talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. Christopher.
Oops.
Christopher, are you a believer now?
A little bit more than I was, yeah.
I told Chris.
Because if you said you were, I would say not off of what I said, because it was just a bunch of ands and uhs, and this one dude said this one thing. Because I don't have my research paperwork with me.
The whoa.
The whoa? Woo theory?
Oh, whoa. I said, whoa.
I'm not sure if I've heard the woo theory, actually.
What is that, Cheryl?
It's not Wu-Tang, Wu-Tang, Wu-Tang. It's on your brain. All right.
Hey, Patrick. We're doing good. How are you? But, yeah, anytime you want to come on.
Yep. Interdimensional Bigfoot.
Yeah, anytime you want to,
Tomorrow? Okay.
I know we made a list, me and Chris, of who we want on the podcast. We just got to contact. Hey, Damien. All right, Chris. I keep forgetting. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is. Damien, yes, it is worldwide. Australia, they're called a Yowie. In the Himalayas, they're Yetis. Also, you got Bigfoot, Sasquatch. They're called boogers. They're called I can't think of ape man.
God, if they're called
Hairy
boogers, then
dude. The biggins. The Bigfoot.
I still think it would be cool just to see one face to face.
Oh yeah, definitely. You probably will, Ryan. I think
five.
you would.
High five the Bigfoot. But
Mhm.
next thing you know, he grabs my hand and just yanks me.
What do you want him to take you away on the
No.
spaceship?
No.
Hand in hand, you guys can you go turn into an orb. And like Ryan and Bigfoot in the orb, and they go, woo.
No. I'd be scared, and
That'd be awesome though, man. I'd be like, let's go. Let's do it. Open the Stargate.
But I think we're gonna wrap this up. Grant, it was good to have you on, and I'm sure we'll have you on again.
Thank you very much, Ryan and Christopher.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
And thank you guys and everybody who commented and all the other teams and stuff. For real, this is so awesome. I'm so happy you guys are all.
I would.
Yeah, you would.
Just paranormal.
But thank you guys for real.
I'd crap myself before I died.
You would die of happiness. I would. I'd nuzzle up on Bigfoot's bosom and just go to sleep.
But I can't wait to tell you guys about, and I'm sure I'll tell you guys on the next podcast.
Yep.
But the Spirit Squatches and Stories this Saturday at West Point, or at Fort Duffield in West Point. That's going to be cool. A cool experience. I can't wait to experience that. And they're bringing that to the Friday night before the expo. They're bringing that kind of like a travel version of that Spirit Squatches and Stories.
Oh, okay.
But with that, so for the Rock Island Expo, I'm gonna go ahead and close this out. But for the Rock Island shoot, why am I blanking on the name?
Take 5.
Yeah, take 5. The Rock Island Roadhouse Esoteric Expo. So Friday night, October 3rd, you'll have a gallery reading with Dr. Rebecca Foster. And yes, I'm reading off of this thing because I took notes. Sorry. But a gallery reading Friday, October 3rd with Dr. Rebecca Foster. Also, there's a Spirit Squatches and Stories Around the Campfire with special edition CE5, hosted by Pac-Man Paranormal, along with the Black Wolf Paranormal, Squatchman Greg Yost, Grizzly Chris. And that would be the night before the expo. October 4th, come see amazing vendors, presenters, speakers. Annabelle will be there, and Patty Negri will be there.
Patty.
Now that's going to be a great night. I can't wait for the expo, meeting a whole bunch of people. But where you can find CNR is Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. All you need to do is search C, the and sign R, Paranormal, And we do have a website as well, cr-paranormal.com. You're very welcome, Denise. Cheryl, you have a good night. But thanks again, Grant, for coming on the podcast. We'll definitely
Spotify. Hit him up on Spotify. I got him on Spotify.
We'll definitely have you on again at some point.
Thank you. Thank you guys for having me.
You're very welcome. You guys have a good night, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
On the other side.
On the other side. All right. Sorry, I got to.
As always, thank you so much for tuning in on the CNR Paranormal Podcast. You can find this podcast on Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and YouTube. You can also hear this on the Get Haunted Main Facebook page, 6 p.m. Central Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Wednesdays. Thanks again for tuning in. See you guys on the next one.